So let me guide you through the concepts that we have in Analytics Cloud, how this new solution works, how it integrates with DXP, and how it can add value to your customers and to yourself at the projects that you have. So first of all, one of the things I would like to highlight is when we started adopting different technologies, we created a different problem for us. We created the problem of having different touch points that customers engage with. We wanted the customers would have in their hands easy channel to communicate with customers, so created mobile applications with that. For creating mobile applications, maybe you have used different technologies to do that. One of the things that Analytics Cloud wants to tackle down is, no matter what kind of technology you use it to build your touch points, we are going to understand how people are interacting with these channels to communicate with your brand, to communicate with your company. So maybe you have created websites, maybe you have created mobile apps, customer portals, and your customers, they are navigating through different channels. And through different channels, for them, it doesn't matter if you built your portal on Drupal and you built your external website on top of Liferay. They're using one seamless experience. And through that, through their usage, you can understand a lot about what they need, about what they want. That's what I come here to say to you. Understand your audience and how they are engaging, how they are filling up for products, how they are requesting services, how they are looking for something that they need. It's important for you. So, this poses for us as IT leaders challenges. The challenge is, when we created different channels, we started packing up in these different channels silos of information about your customers. So we lost track of what customers want. We had multiple views of the customer. IT had one view of the customer, sales and support had other view of the customer, marketing had other view of the customer. What it leads is, in the end, frustration, because sometimes the customer doesn't want an upgrade. The customer wants just the problem solved. And marketing didn't have the visibility of what customers wanted. So we want to tackle down that with Analytics Cloud, moving forward with a platform that you can centralize all the information, all the data of your customers in one single place. It turns difficult for us as IT leaders to prove how the applications that we are building are actually, in the end, converting customers, helping them, and making them a profitable part of your business. So, looking at that, we want, one, to offer you better insights based on how your customers are using the products that you're building. Second one, based on these better insights, you can build better experiences for your customers and achieve better results when they use these improved experiences. What are the product concepts that we have for Analytics Cloud? Analytics Cloud has two fundamental concepts. One is related to people. The other concept of Analytics Cloud is in relation to interactions. I'll go deeper into those two concepts. In relation to people, we have segmented and helped you to understand the individuals that visit your digital experiences by giving you a tool that will analyze the individuals in the individual level. Who is the person who is accessing my digital touch points? Second layer of understanding people, you can group these people by shared characteristics, be they behavior, be they, and when I say behavior, I say someone that visits a page or downloads a document or submits a form. This kind of behavior, or clicks in a certain link, in the negative part of it, doesn't visit a page, doesn't fill out some important form. And you can share, you can group these people into segments, and you can start analyzing these people as they belong to these segments. Not only behavior, we have 3 multi-dimensions to help you segment people. Behavior, biographical characteristics, and the interests that these people have. So we have a concept in Analytics Cloud that we can measure what are people interested on. So while they are performing their navigation, we can read from the meta tags from each one of the pages, and we can understand what is people visiting and what are the topics that are most relevant to these people. This is one option that we have in the segment that I'm bringing in the bottom of this slide. Another layer to understand people analytics is in relation to accounts. So we are bringing in here a layer of B2B communication that you can add to Analytics Cloud, information about accounts, and you can understand how these accounts are performing through time, and you can understand who are the people that belongs to these accounts and are influencers to the business that you have keeping with certain companies. So in the people analytics, you can have a single view of your customers, understanding your audience by aggregating data across multiple sources. What does it mean? It means that we are working to help you enrich the data that you have in Analytics Cloud, for example, with the connection of with CRMs like Salesforce, and you can drive information from CRMs into Analytics Cloud to enrich your understanding about people. You can understand what are people doing in a time frame. So if you enter in a person profile, you can understand what were the pages that that person visited, what were the links, what were the downloads, the forms, and the documents that that person downloaded. And we added this layer of intelligence to calculate interests based on their navigation. That's basically the topics of interest that I was commenting before. As I said, we added multidimensional segmentation where you can mix up or just separate different dimensions of people to aggregate them into a group of shared characteristics like behavior, characteristics of their profile like age, industry, and any other characteristics that they share in their profile, and the interests that they may have. And based on that, we can provide to you segment insights. We can monitor your segments and identify what are the interests that you have in your segments. So all these features that I'm talking about, they are present both for the individual level, for the account level, to the segment level. When we are talking about interactions, we wanted to do something different from the other players in the market. Most of the players of the market, they base their analytics in the page level. So why we wanted to bring this into the asset level? One, because this is a very strong concept inside DXP in Liferay. So Liferay has a strong concept of building up assets. And second of all, is because we imagine that the future world will be built based on pages that are highly dynamic build up. So you have a page that is just a container, but the content of that container changes on who and when that person is visiting that page. So analyzing that page performance just on the look of forgetting about the content is not enough anymore. So we implemented the concept of asset analytics to help you understand not only the container, the page level, but also what is inside that page and the content of the page and how it is performing. So that is one of the things that we have. We have a customer in South America. It's a loyalty program. They run campaigns in their website. It's basically, they make money out of campaign those destinations to their customers where they can exchange their points with money for trips and destinations. One of the things that is important for these customers is measuring exactly which one of these campaigns are performing better than the others. So that's why we implemented asset analytics, to help these kind of customers understand which part of my site is driving more conversion, which asset, which web content is driving more conversion than the other. So we went a little bit further with the asset analytics. Oops. And we have the traditional page performance report, where we can help you understand the patterns of visitors to your web pages and measure the effectiveness of these pages. We implemented something that it's called the engagement level. The engagement level is a score that we give from 0 to 10 to a page, and it takes into account several events in that page. So we made it easier for a marketer to understand if a page is engaging or not the visitors who come to that page. And how we do that? We collect a lot of different events, like depth of scroll, like the velocity of scroll, how many clicks, where the user is clicking. And based on all these events, we give the marketer one number that says if that page from 0 to 10 is with a high level of engagement or with a low level of engagement. So right now we are curating this number and giving the marketer that number, but in the future we want to allow you to choose what is your reference for engagement for a page. So you can choose among the events which events are important for you. You can choose which events are not important for you. And you can select among those events, what is the scale of engagement that you consider a good engagement or a bad engagement? So Analytics Cloud can understand, based on your model, what is a reference for engagement and measure the pages through the visits are happening. Assets performance report. We have 4 different assets report out of the box in Analytics Cloud: forms, blogs, documents and media, and web content. We plan on expanding this. And in the next iterations, we intend to give to our customers custom portlet measurement with Analytics Cloud. Path analytics. So we took a different overlook into this feature when we wanted to do different from what the market was doing. We understand path analytics as origin, destination, analysis, and with this tool, the marketer can simply look at the destination, in this case it's a landing page, and understand what are the top referrals to that landing page. We want to go further and add to this attribution model, which will indicate to you which referral are more effective when a final destination is converting people, which referral is bringing more people that in the end is converting in your path. What are the key differentiators of the product in relation to other softwares in the market like Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics, etc.? So we are working first with non-individuals. That is very important. For Google Analytics, for example, they have all the individuals that are visiting, and all the analytics that they have, they're all anonymized individuals. So in Liferay Analytics Cloud, you can have this understanding of who are visiting and what kind of actions these people are performing in your digital touch points. Second layer is account-based. You can not only understand individuals in their single profiles, but understand those individuals linked to one account and see how their navigation and how their interaction with your digital touch points in the end contribute to the relationship that you have with a brand. We want to implement this cross-channel concept for Analytics Cloud. This is the primary philosophy of Analytics Cloud. We don't want to be clustered in just our own ecosystem in Liferay. We want to give you a tool that you can use to connect with different technologies, connecting different sites to your Analytics Cloud instance. We have native integration with Liferay DXP, and by that, what is important to say is, forget about writing JavaScript and forget about writing some and tagging code in your page. For the things that we provide out of the box, we have all of that integrated with Liferay DXP, and you can see all the metrics reflected from the user interactions inside Analytics Cloud. We can offer the deeper insights, for example, in forms analytics, you can understand in which field people are abandoning your form. So if you have a conversion form, a funnel form, and through that form you are signing up people to an event or signing up people to purchase a product, you can understand which are the fields that are dropping people and not helping them to convert in the end. So that's really interesting for our product. And we can do that because we have a deeper integration with Liferay DXP. And ultimately, we want to offer you a product that unifies customer data into a single location, so it makes it easier for you to understand from different touch points how your customers, what they want. So let's do a product demonstration. Before I go over the demonstration of the product, just giving you a little bit of background. So we are going to talk about Barrow. Barrow is a company, a manufacturing company. They have a website, commerce website, where they promote their products for people to purchase. They are basically a B2B company. They manufacture these equipments and sell to resellers so they can sell to the big public. And recently, Barrow had a problem with this kind of product. It's a seat, ultra-high black seat that they have with armrests, and they are now doing preventive campaign to avoid liability with their customers, and they are recalling some of these equipments and scheduling repairs with their customers. First job of their sales team is to understand from their customers who are the customers who are already having problems with this type of product. There are several customers who are coming up to their digital experiences, to their troubleshooting forums, and posting complaints about this product, exchanging some ideas with the community. So they want to understand this kind of thing. They want to understand who of those people already purchased that kind of product, and who among those people who have purchased that kind of product, they want to segment their highest accounts, so can they focus on these people and act on them. So let's go over the demonstration. First of all, let me do an explanation about how Analytics Cloud works. This is the administrative part of Analytics Cloud. You can attach your Liferay DXP instance, in the future Salesforce, but right now you can add CSV, you can invite other people to your account. And in the first screen, you can see your usage consumption of your Liferay Analytics Cloud instance. So in here, I'm going to create a segment. And I create a new segment. I call it engaging, having issues with the equipment that I have. And it's a high-value customer segment. I choose one dimension, one property of the customer. It's a lifetime value. And I choose customers who are higher than $10 million of profit to my company. I add another kind of dimension, another property. Actually, this is a behavior for people who have purchased that kind of product. So I can see who are the people who purchased it. If you can see there on the right, we are going to filter who are these people who are in my database. And here, I'm looking for people who have interest in repair and also have demonstrated interest in troubleshooting. So when I see that, I can create the segment, and Analytics Cloud brings all the information that we have about that segment. So we have how many individuals we have in that segment, how many accounts are linked, and their engagement score for that segment. We have the topics of interest on the right. So what are the topics of interest that these people are bringing when they are navigating through my digital touchpoints? I can see some demographics on the right, where I can filter by industry, by type of company, etc., and can filter down the data. In here, I see that one big account that I have, Northern Parts, have been having problems with this equipment. I can see more deeper information about this account. I can see that they belong to associated other segments, and they have some interests too. So this is the profile of that specific account. I'm pulling some information from Salesforce and connecting this information with Analytics Cloud, so it helps me to understand the relevance of this customer, not only by their interactions, but also on their relationship with my company. So one thing that I do is I build up a landing page, and in this landing page, I put information about this recall, and I put a form where people can schedule the recall. So I can see that this page is being visited. The segments that I just built up, people that belong to that segment, they are appearing in the segment list. They are here, experience issues, so they are visiting that page. And I want to understand, besides that, what is the bounce rate of that page? It's not very high, it's just 13%. People have a reasonable amount of time spent on the page. And I can see in the path analytics to that page that the top referrals, one of the top referrals, the first one is the email recall that I sent to my customers. So they are clicking on the link in that email recall, and they are coming up to that landing page. So other thing that I'm going to do is, as that page has one form, and inside that form, people are requesting repair, I'm going to analyze how that form is performing. I can see that I have 634 submissions, but the abandonment rate is almost half of the people. So almost half of the people that are visiting that page, they are abandoning, that form. And I want to understand where that people are abandoning, why they cannot complete that form. And I can see that in the order number, I have one required field in the order number that asks the user to insert information about their purchase order. Many people, while they are filling up the form, maybe don't have that information in hand. So that field is generating a lot of abandonment in my form. So that may lead an opportunity, that points out an opportunity for improvement in that form. I can either remove that field if it's not important, or I can ask the user later about that kind of information. So this was a very brief example of how Analytics Cloud works, applied to one use case. Let's talk about the product availability. So I'm proud to say that on October 30th, we had the full GA available to our customers, and Analytics Cloud is available for you to sign up for it and purchase this product. And in relation to the future, we have our roadmap here. So in October 30th, we have some features that I demonstrated to you. And in this quarter, last quarter of 2018, we are going to have the GDPR compliance. We have some of the features that will help you to be compliant with GDPR in relation to anonymization of users, in relation to exportation of data of users, if you are requested to do that. And we are going to implement this in this quarter of this year. As Analytics Cloud a SaaS product, we are going to implement, and basically, when the feature is ready, we are going to update that to the product and notify our customers when those features are ready for use for them. We are going to have tracking customer activities from non-Liferay websites. This is going to be ready by the end of Q4. We are going to have data enrichment with the connection with Salesforce that I just demonstrated to you, and account profile B2B and ABM use cases. 1-year plan is we want to add actionability to Analytics Cloud. We want to add more predictability to this product. And we want to help you not only have the data clustered in this product, we want to help you to drive that data to other third-party systems so you can drive models and understand that data from the raw data, drive other kind of understanding. So we want to implement an API for you to help you to query the data inside Analytics Cloud and export to these other systems. We want to implement the touchpoint attribution report and integrate these data channels with no code. So you can, for example, have a WordPress website or a Drupal website, and with a simple click, you just import those credentials inside Analytics Cloud, and you don't have to worry about tagging and the communication and integration with these other kind of technologies. And finally, we want to help you to track custom events. I've heard from some customers that they have some custom events that they would like to track. Right now, Analytics Cloud has a library of defined and curated events that we have, but in the future, hopefully we can have a way for you to build up your own event, and Analytics Cloud will track and report on these events for you. If you want to learn more, this presentation will be available for you after my session. And you can use these links to have more information about the product, the feature list that currently we have, and contact sales for information about pricing, what are the different tiers that we have for Analytics Cloud too. John and me are the product managers for this product. I take care about the page and assets connection. Jonathan Lee takes care about the people analytics. We would be really glad to receive emails about you if you have questions. I'm going to be throughout the event available for you if you have questions too. Thanks, and let me improve my session. Rate this session on the application. Thank you.